Hey, hello everybody! Welcome to ZanZanA live stream metal interview. I have the pleasure tonight to have with me Joey Bruers
Hey,
from
Karim.
Maiden United.
Hi,
Hi
Karim.
Joe, how you
Good
doing?
evening. Hey, everything fine, which is, everything fine in this lockdown situation is kind of a weird expression, but
Yeah,
hey, um, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Beside all the restrictions that we have, we're doing okay.
yeah, we have all to do with it, to deal with it, because
Yeah.
this coronavirus, it's really awful for all the people and especially for musicians.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. This month is like it's been a year ago that we've been on a proper stage actually. So we did bits and pieces with the band in this over the past few months, but having proper live shows, it's been more than a year ago. So hopefully fingers crossed that everything will be back on track real soon.
Yeah. Eman is here. Hi, Eman. Thank you for watching. Okay, and I know every people that is watching us now, you can ask your question by leaving a comment in the chat on our YouTube page. So, Joey, today and this weekend is a special weekend for Maiden United.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, well, actually, we're opening up now with this interview, and this afternoon we released our first announcements of our new releases, um,
Yeah.
uh, and um, today this is the interview, which is one of the very first interviews again over the last few months. But we're happy just to that we can tell the people that with Made United everything is fine and that we are still alive and kicking. That's I guess that's one of the most important messages that we would like to bring to everyone. And
Yeah.
although it was a real shitty situation after the past few months, it's not that we have done nothing. Uh, you know, Actually the opposite, to be honest. We did a lot in the studio, and that's what came out into these in this releases. So yeah, it's actually what it is. What happened today?
Yeah. So let's speak about these releases that
All right.
came out today.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Actually, we have three releases,
Okay.
separate releases actually, and let's start with the first one, which is a free vinyl set of the first three Made United albums, which are my acoustic pieces, and the Cross of 7C, and the album Remembrance, which was our first three albums, and the thing is that all these final albums were sold out, so there were no finals anymore. So we could do some repressings, which was on our mind for actually as the first idea. But then we came up with the idea, let's do them all together and get them in a vinyl set, in a free LP set, and with some new artwork, and that's actually what we did. So the first three Made United albums with the Iron Maiden tracks in acoustic arrangements, because that's what we do with Made United,
Yeah.
are now in the vinyl box set, which is which is absolutely great, and it's absolutely nice to it's that we have this release. Um, One of the other releases that we released today is a bootleg, and I can tell you more about the bootleg later on, because that's a real funny story. Well, it became a funny story. Luckily, it became a funny story and not a real sad story with bootlegs, because we found it somewhere on the internet without knowing anything of it, and we, and today we have the opportunity to release it as our own release. Although it's a bootleg, we would like to release it as our own release. And the third one is we started the pre-sale for our Maxi single from the Number of the Beast, which you played, as the opening track tonight. The thing is that we had this. It's gonna be a 10-inch vinyl album with 2 new tracks on the B side. So 2 unreleased, new recorded tracks during this Corona period. We recorded some new tracks, and 2 of them are on the album on the B side, and we're gonna release that one especially for next year, as next year we have the 40th anniversary of the original track, The Number of the Beast, and we're gonna celebrate it in March. And people who have seen our gig list on the website uniteD.com, they could see that we're gonna do 6 beastly shows next year in March to celebrate 40 years The Number of the Beast, with of course the Maxi single, which is a 10-inch, like I said, but it's red vinyl, blood red, transparent, but blood red, transparent vinyl. So we thought it was a real nice item to have, and so those are the 3 releases that we released today, and we have we've added new shows on our gig list. So please go to our gig list to see the shows which we've added. Some shows in Poland, I know, and there's a show in Portugal added to the gig list, and the beastly shows, of course. So there was a lot of info which we would like to announce, and we had the opportunity to announce all these items just in once. So that's what we did today.
Yeah. And thank you very much for having chosen ZanZanA to make this. The question, the first question that I have is, what do you think Iron Maiden about Made in United?
I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. What Iron Maiden thinks about Made in United?
Yeah.
All right. I know that they do like it, and the reason why I know that is that I gave every album from Made United from hand to hand to Iron Maiden. So I gave them on a personal note. I gave them to the Maiden family, and in the end, we're as Iron Maiden fans, we are all in one family, and that's it. And some of the band members showed up at the live shows. Some of the ex-members have joined Iron Maiden, and which have joined Iron Maiden are joining and have joined Made in United. Like Dennis Stratton, he played with us. He played on our album, the Barrel House tapes, as well. And for those of you who have been really curious to all the news today, they saw on our website that we have a special item in the menu, which is called 1980. I'm not going to tell anything more about it because it's just, on this side of the story, it's still just some mysterious kind of thing. But there is 1980 on it. Back to Iron Maiden, and we have on the album Remembrance, which is in the 3 vinyl set right now. We have Paul Diano on vocals, and we have Blaze Bayley on vocals. So there is loads of connections with Iron Maiden, and the time that we played in the UK, for example, we did our rehearsals at the Iron Maiden rehearsals room, actually. So next to the headquarters where the fan club was. And back in the day, it was just 2014 and 15. We played in the UK, and we had Joe Lazarus on drums, which is Steve Harris' nephew. Well, anyway, there are lots of connections with Iron Maiden, and they they told us that they didn't like what we do, so we were more than happy to do that. So yeah, and that's it.
Yeah. They got a very good attitude because I read about I think 1 or 2 months ago there was a band like yours in the UK that made rearrangement and cover of a band, and they told them, okay, stop it. I don't know if it's Kiss or I think like that. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be the situation could be sometimes with the lawyers and with copyright thing and things like that can be not very easy to do it. Yeah,
I know, but the thing is, when we started with this whole project with Mid United, I was really safe with the whole thing. So I went over to Iron Maiden to Phantom Music and told them about the idea. And the thing is that they give me some restrictions. So, for example, if you see our artworks, we never use Eddie because we don't have the permission to use Eddie, for example, and we don't have the permission to use Iron Maiden on their fonts. So we don't use Iron Maiden fonts. That we have some restrictions here and there, which is absolutely fine, And what we do, we pay our royalties and we pay our legal taxes, which we need to pay, or the musicianships. Everything is paid and well organized, because there is just one thing which I don't want to get into, and that's in a row or in a mess with Iron Maiden, because those are the masters and my big heroes, and everything that we do is just fully respectful to Iron Maiden, and just want to show the people that those songs of this massive band, well, I think it's the biggest hard rock heavy metal band that we have on this planet, and these songs are such a great songs, and you can even bring them down to a campfire music, or you can play it with the piano, or you can play it just with it is just when you strip them down to just real acoustic songs, everyone can hear that these songs are still amazing, which is absolutely great. So it's completely full out of respect to the band, and we get some full respect there. So hey, best of both worlds. This is the best which I could wish for it.
Yeah. Sam Zikri is here, always bringing the best. Thank you, Sam. Joey, never. It would be a great idea, completely amazing idea to make Maiden United begin the shows of Iron Maiden.
Mate,
the opportunity never went.
No. But I will give you, the contacts of Rod Smallwood, which is the manager from Iron Maiden, and can you please contact him and tell him this idea. I think it's a wonderful idea. Yeah. Well, the good thing is to be, this is really funny that you're asking this, because one of our cello players, which we play with, is Perto Kivulaxu from Apocalyptica.
Yeah.
About Apocalyptica, the 4 cello players. And Perto is playing with us. He's performing on our album, The Empire of the Clouds. And he played with us just a couple of shows. He played with us when we played the Royal Theatre in Amsterdam in 2018. But the thing is, he's one of these cello players from Apocalyptica, and they started as a Metallica tribute. Their first album is just full of Metallica covers, and they get the reaction from Metallica. Hey, let's come over, and we're doing the shows together. And they started as the support act for Metallica. So this idea, which you mentioned, is just actually happened to Apocalyptica, and later on they went, they wrote their own music and played their own tracks. But I thought it was 2 years ago that Metallica had that celebration in San Francisco. They invited Apocalyptica again, to play this, to play their songs, their Metallica songs again. So the opportunity is there. But yeah, we have to talk with Rod and with Mr. Steve Harris to share the idea. And maybe it's better that you're gonna take this task on you. That you're gonna do it.
Please, Mr. Steve Harris, do it. Because imagine you just tell to Maiden what are the songs that you're going to play on the show, and they play other songs, and it will be for the Maiden fans a 100% Maiden show, from the support to the Iron Maiden itself. And Maiden. The fact is that you rearrange the Maiden songs, and that's and greatly and very in very. Why not?
Why not? Yeah. I don't know. Just hey, just go out and have a chat with Rod and with Steve, and I think you are the perfect dude to do that.
Yeah. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to ask the all Iron Maiden fans to ask it. I'm sure that an Iron Maiden fan who's going, to a stadium to see Iron Maiden doesn't want to see another band. He wants to hear Maiden's music. So Maiden United on a support band, it's obvious.
Yeah, there you go. And and then if you fix it, if you fix that Maiden United is going to support Iron Maiden, I will fix for you that Steve will do the interview with you here on a Friday night.
Hope so. Yeah, and the fact is, Maiden United is proving that a song of Iron Maiden can be played in other way than the original. Like we heard the Number of the Beast. Mm-hmm. It's surprising to hear it, in that mood, maybe a little jazz, things like that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The thing is, really the most important thing about everything is that the track is just a real good track, a well written track. Well, it's got to be a hook, it's got to be a real nice melody line in it, and it's got to be a real good beat on it. And the thing that we do is that we strip it down. We really strip it down just to the absolute minimum. And from that point, we are building up again. And and we do that without just any drawing or without just any idea. And when you build it up, you go to completely different sides of the music. And that's what we do. And we make it ourselves not that easy, as we only use acoustic instruments. But we love it to do that on the with some real friendly restrictions. But besides from only using acoustic instruments, it can be really, really heavy live on stage as well. So we're going to push all acoustic instruments to the absolute max. And people who saw Maiden United shows before, they know that that the band can play really, really heavy on stage with acoustic instruments. That sometimes people do forget that it's an acoustic band. They think they are watching an electric band, and they hear the same power that comes from straight, as a regular show. But we are still an acoustic band, but it's a good thing that people sometimes forget what they're watching. So during the live shows, we can bring it down to the absolute minimum with guitars. Only guitars are only acoustic guitars are only piano and vocals. But sometimes it can be really, really, really heavy. As like I said before, For example, songs like "Die with Your Boots On." It sometimes end up in a real mess with all these instruments, which is really cool to do.
Are there any Iron Maiden songs that can't be acoustic?
Well, I think that all the songs can be acoustic, but to be satisfied with the result is is something. There are some tracks which I'm fighting with for over all these years, and I think you do want to know which track. is it gonna be? Well, I give you one. I give you one example, which is the most difficult one I've worked, because I've working on it for years and years, and I still don't have the end result, which is the song "Fear of the Dark."
Yeah.
Which seems to be really obvious. People think that this is the obvious song to rearrange and to get a mid-united version out of it. But the thing is, it starts already really slowly. There is just a real nice middle section in it. And it's really up tempo, the whole kind of thing. And if you bring it down, it loses the whole hook of the song, the whole identity of the whole track. And yes, we made some arrangements, and we played that song for a couple of times in rehearsals or in pre-rehearsals or whatever. But it never ended up on the album. And this is one of the songs which is really hard. And I have no idea if Nico is watching, but he is one of these guys. He's coming from Holland, and he's one of these guys who is screaming for years for the song "Passion Deal," which is actually the same story as "Fear of the Dark." It's the same story. I know it's a real nice song, fantastic lyrics, and a real great atmosphere, and the thing is, and it's absolutely true. It's absolutely. I am nearly there with that track. I'm nearly there to have the right arrangement, but I can't finish it for some reason. I can't finish it, but but maybe there is one day that I will wake up, or that will be the absolute idea coming into my mind, and which fits perfectly, and then we can finish that track. So yeah, these are two of these songs which are really, really difficult to do, and still working on it. Mostly every day, actually, to be honest.
Yeah. So Joey Bruers is our guest tonight from Maiden United. Just we remember 3 vinyl boxes with the 3 Maiden United albums. So mind the acoustic pieces across the 7th Sea and Remembrance, and a DVD under the Curfew lights, and a bootleg, Sailors of the Sky, a bootleg of the final show of 2019, featuring all parts of Empire of the Clouds. And we remember a pre-sale, The Number of the Beast, a Maxi single with blood red transparent vinyl. And there's a mailing list is open. So what's the purpose of the mailing list, Joey? Just to buy, or to what is?
Well, it's a mailing list about the 1980 project. We started in in this time of doing nothing. We did a lot, and we created a new, massive, a big production, which is called 1980. and along the way of the upcoming months, we will release piece by piece what we're going to do with the 1980 project. And the 1980 project is going to be absolutely nice. It's going to be the biggest event ever for Media United, and people can subscribe, can add their email address to our mailing list to be the first to know about the new and the next steps of this project. So go to www.mailinglist.com, and if you go to the menu above, on the website, you can find 1980. And if you touch 1980, you see everything which is available right now.
So wait, I'm going to try to share the screen. Here it is. Okay, that's it.
And then you go upstairs. You go up to 1980 in the menu.
Like this?
No. If you go to the upside of you see the menu, home, news.
Okay.
Live.
1990. Okay.
Yep.
That's it.
There you go. And there you can see the counter.
Yeah.
Which is there. And next to it, you can subscribe to the mailing list next to the counter.
Here.
Yes.
There it is.
There you go.
So you subscribe, and this is it. Okay, you put your email address, you put your name, and that's it. So
there you go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yes.
Done. I'm not a robot.
Yeah,
I am not a robot. That's it. Okay. That's it. So
everything fixed.
Yeah.
Great. So everyone who's watching can go to to this section right now.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And okay, and can you tell us a little bit more of this 1990, of this Made in United?
Well, like I said,
yeah,
it's just for now it's just a mysterious kind of thing, and it's not that we want to be mysterious, to be really honest. But
okay,
the good thing is that it's even mysterious for myself. It is kind of a project which we want to be people involved with from the very early start, which is right now. You see the counter, and and you can count on that counter when it's gonna happen, because that counter is counting back to to a certain point. And along the way, which you can see, it's a couple of 100 days to go. So we are far in prior to the whole event, and during these days, and actually these years, it's gonna take a couple of years. We're gonna create the whole 1980 thing together, and that's we thought it would be really nice to get the people involved. Normally you're gonna set up the whole production, you're gonna set up everything from A to Z, and then you're gonna announce it. But for this time we thought, let's do it the other way around, and let's people get involved from the early start, where we only got the idea of 1980. That's what it is. And as people subscribe to the mailing list, we keep them updated about all these kind of things, and not only update, but we're gonna ask some input as well, so people can work with it on the project, which we thought is good to be really nice. Actually, it's that's actually what we're gonna do. So subscribe and show us your ideas and the whole thing. So,
yeah.
That's all I can say about 1980 at the moment.
And the other thing about Made in United is the fantastic list of people that joined you. So let's go here and let's see. people, okay, Rujoli from Within Temptation, Marco Cupers from Cloud Machine, who is it? Dan Jansing, Joe Voot, Ultraverse, Petru from Apocalyptica, Anneke van Giersbergen, yeah, also. Yeah, Mike Cullen from Within Temptation, Paul Diagno from Iron Maiden himself, Dirk Brunberg from Energy, Doogie White from Rainbow, Sharon Den Adel from Within Temptation. Lots of big names that joined you in this adventure.
Sure. Yeah. That's the whole thing. The thing is, that's why it's called Maiden United.
Yeah.
If we split Maiden United in two words, Maiden and United, the Maiden part is really easy because we are playing songs from our metal gods, Iron Maiden. United is just a thing that we're gonna unite with this. That's why I call it a project, not a band. But with this project, we unite all these kinds of people, all these kinds of musicians. They have one big common thing, which is Iron Maiden. And all these guys are fans of Iron Maiden. And even if they played in Iron Maiden, or they did audition for Iron Maiden, or they play in another big band, Iron Maiden is still be part of their lives. And they are huge fans as well, like we are all actually, I think. And it's absolutely great to to have this list of musicians after just couple of years. And that's absolutely cool. And it's good that you got, I'm looking to the list as well right now. That's really nice. Oh, there you got this lad called Thunderstick. He's the old drummer from Samson. Back in the day, I was a massively fan from Samson with Bruce Dixon. By the time he was called Joey Bruers on vocals. That was the first time that I've met this vocalist, which is man, that was amazing. That's really cool. That guy just on the corner, which is called Eric Vloeimans. He's a Dutch trumpet player, but he's an award-winning trumpet player. He wins Edison Awards. He wins massive, major, global jazz awards. He's absolutely one of the best. No, I think he is the best trumpet player in the jazz, in the modern jazz world that we have on this planet right now. And he came in and did some performances with us in the studio, which you can hear on the album The Barrel House tapes. He's playing on some tracks, on Power Slave, on Sanctuary, on Phantom of the Opera. It's absolutely great to have a trumpet player. Have you ever imagined Iron Maiden music with a trumpet? How wonderful!
Yeah, never. And I think even Iron Maiden themselves can't imagine this.
No. So, but it fits perfectly. It's, to be really honest, that's one of my highlights on recordings with Maiden United. Having Eric over with his trumpet in my studio, and he was there just he was there on his own with the music, and he never played rock or heavy metal or anything like that before, so it was absolutely new to him, but it was so spot on. Everything that he did was absolutely beautiful. So still happy that we took this chance to work with this lad.
Yeah, and we remember the albums, discography of Maiden United. So that's it. So Sailors of the Sky, live in Europe, and there's
the bootleg. It's the bootleg where I was talking about, which we released today.
Okay,
so we started the pre-sale for the bootleg. Well, Sailors of the Sky was actually the biggest store that we've done. and it's really nice to have a bootleg out of it. Yeah. So there's some beef tape. You got the barrel tapes over there.
Yeah. So that's it. You can go to uniteD.com and you will have all the information about Maiden United, and you can buy even the albums, I think, from the website.
Yeah. If you go to the website, you can click on the albums and they go to the stores. And we're working with 2 stores. We have a European store and we have a worldwide store with Bandcamp, which is maidenunited.bandcamp.com. And
I have I don't have to make this. I have to thank Tunisian.
Sure thing.
Yeah,
Set from Cartagena.
Set Cartagena, who made this connection. How do you know Set Cartagena?
Well, I'm the owner and the promoter of the FEM festival as well in the Netherlands. FEM is just a female metal event. That's why it's called FEM. As we have just a metal festival, a 3-day metal festival, and normally we do that on a yearly basis, but we had to cancel for 2020, obviously, and sadly we had to postpone the 2021 edition as well, and hopefully we can find a new date real soon for those people who are watching for the FEM, because I know there are some people watching from the FEM family. We are working on a new date for a new festival, but back in the day we had one of these festivals and we invited the band Cartagena from Tunisia. And not a lot of people do know that you are from Tunisia as well, I think. Because you told me that there are not that many Tunisian visitors, but mostly worldwide visitors as well for this for your broadcasting show, which is absolutely brilliant, to be really honest. And I came in touch with this band, Cartagena, and they did a real fantastic show in the Netherlands. By that time, it was the first time that they played the Netherlands. And he's a guitar player of the band, and he came up to me, and we stayed in touch for quite a while, because we had some plans to re-invite Cartagena as well. But then the whole Corona shitty kicked in, but we still came in touch, and he was talking about Maiden United and Maiden United in Tunisia, and then he came up with you, and we get in touch, and horns up for Set to fix this connection, But I have to say that Cartagena from Tunisia, it's an absolutely great band. It's one of these bands who came in with an album or a CD just on our desk for the FEM festival, as we received many albums, many CDs and promo material from bands from all over the world, as we are an international festival. And sometimes you have one of these bands which you're going to listen to, and they grab you from the first minute. And that happened with Cartagena. And I spoke to my colleagues of the FEM festival, and we spoke about this band. And in the end, we get in touch with these guys and ask them to come over to the FEM festival. And lucky us that they said yes, and they came over and did an amazing performance the other day on the festival. And people who saw Cartagena on that festival, they do know where I'm talking about. So it was absolutely great. Really, real nice band with a real nice vocalist. And I know that she is, she's playing in heavy metal, but I know she's doing some traditional Tunisian music as well. She's playing in the opera as well, isn't it? And she's doing absolutely a lot, and she's fantastic. And I hope that we can get this band back on our stages, and on one of the upcoming film festivals. If when everything is back to normal, I would love to bring them over again. So so that's why so it's neat to say that if there are people who are watching and you would like to discover a new artist, which is really worthwhile, ZanZanA from Tunisia. Check these guys out, amazing band.
Yeah. Eddie is here. Eddie Van Halen, and he says, Joey, do you still have the pink albums from Maiden United?
Oh, yes, we have a shitload of them. Well, the thing is, we had with Remembrance. Well, actually, the thing is, we had with Remembrance. I would love to press red vinyls. And when they came in, it weren't red vinyls. They were absolutely pink. It was just pink, pink vinyl. Pink like
shit happens.
You can't get it pinker. So I thought it was a real nice idea after this experience. I thought it was a real nice idea to release The Number of the Beast again, and let's try it again to get some real red vinyls. So, hey, fingers crossed that The Number of the Beast 10-inch will come out in red vinyl. It can be possible that it's going to be pink again, which should be really funny, actually, to be really honest. But I hope that it's going to be absolutely red vinyl. Yes, but on the at the distribution center, we have just a shitload of pink vinyls of Remembrance. Still the music is okay, I think, but having these red vinyls as well. Well, yeah, It was really shitty to happen. But that's good.
Bootleg Nice loved Frank Beck on vocals.
Yes, Frank is an amazing man. He's an amazing singer. It's he's playing in the band called Gamma Ray, which is obviously known by all these heavy metal fans. And the thing is, I invited Frank back in the day for some guest vocals on a bigger theater show in Bad Homburg in Germany, and he did an amazing performance. And I invited him later on for the Sailors of the Sky tour, and like I said, that was one of the biggest tours we've ever done with Maiden United, and he did an amazing performance. And on this bootleg, he's doing a real great performance. And I can tell you, well, like I told you just in the early start of this interview, to tell you more about the bootleg. The thing is, it is actually a real nice bootleg, which we found on the internet in the Ukraine.
Oh.
Yeah, that was really, and the thing is, we chased the whole thing. Well, let me tell you the whole story. As on the Sailors of the Sky tour, we had a guitar player, Dan Janssing, which you saw on the website, and Dan is also our producer of the Empire of the Clouds album and the Barrel House tapes, and he's a fantastic guitar player. To be really honest, he is the best acoustic guitar player for Maiden United ever, and that's absolutely right. It's not only a compliment for this lad, but it's absolutely true. And his wife, he's married. he's a good, a guitarist can be married as well. And this lad is married to Irina, and Irina, she is from Ukraine, so he's married with a Ukrainian girl. And that's why we came in touch with this lad, and we came in touch, and lucky us, it doesn't came into a fight, but it came to in real good context. And the guy, he erased all his bootlegs from the internet, and he sent his files to us. So we came in with these files. But the thing is, we are recording every single show for ourselves to to learn from everything that we do. And so we had the recordings of that. We had the recordings of that very show as well. And Dan and I, we have a studio together. So what we did, we mixed these two recordings together. So the original bootleg, which has got not that good sound quality, we mixed it with some real good sound quality that we've got, and all these mixes together. We thought it was amazing, and as the bootleg was already running on the internet, we thought it was really nice to release it on the bootleg side. So it's not the official release, but it's on the bootleg side, and it's got an amazing sound. As we worked on it for a couple of weeks, couple of months in our studio, and lucky us that we had the original recordings as well from the Misdex, and from the soundboard, and we mixed it together, and all these things together became into this bootleg of the Sailors of the Sky tour, which is this is the show, the very last show of that whole tour in the Netherlands, and it's really we thought it was really nice, nice enough to share with our friends, and to share it with everyone, actually, because we are still really proud of the whole thing. So it's the full set list. So we did no editing or whatever on these tracks. It's just a full set list from A to Z. It's over 2 hours as a bootleg. That's why it's a 3 CD, because it's over 2 hours of music with Made United. And so that's actually the story behind that, behind the whole thing. But so it's actually the first bootleg as well. So it's kind of a scary thing to release a bootleg. But as the sound quality is really nice after we've combined the whole thing, and we did a new mixing process on it, and we did a master process on it. It is a real nice sound, and the band was in absolutely top condition that night, so it was too good to not to release it. And like Nico said, Frank did an amazing job during that tour. He's one of the he's one of my favorite singers on the United, to be honest.
Yeah. About the pink, she said, "Girly room pink, I love it." And she said, "For me, love colored vinyl." And Edwin say, "I ordered 2." Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Are these bootleg tracks also available as downloads? Separate MP3 tracks, maybe?
I don't know, to be really honest. I know they are on CD right now, and we are working on it to get everything on Spotify as well, and Spotify on the digital platforms, and then there will be downloads as well on through the digital highway. So yeah, in the end, yeah, sure, they're gonna be digital downloads as well, but we have to keep an eye on Spotify and all these internet kind of things, and it's going to be released on June the 4th. So it's going to be June 4th. It's going to be there. So hopefully Spotify is okay, and then yeah, we can bring it up. But the free CD is it's it's amazing thing to have actually.
Yeah, it's better to have a CD, something to touch,
yeah, and and where to find just 3 albums in one kind of thing. That's
I don't have a pickup. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's CD, so you need a CD player. You need a CD player for that.
Yeah.
But
in the car, maybe in your car, if you have a car,
yeah,
you can listen to it in your car.
Yeah. But it will be on the digital highway as well on June 4th. It's a Friday, I guess. June the 4th. Yeah.
Yeah. Joey, this story of bootlegs, it's something because for me, bootlegs is 60s, 70s thing. When I hear about bootlegs, for me, it's Rolling Stones concerts, things like this, or I don't know, the Stooges, but now, in 2021, there's still bootlegs. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. To be real, we were really honored. We were absolutely honored to see a bootleg was running around. That someone has a bootleg in his hands, and it was worthwhile for him to have a bootleg. That was just, for some reason, it was just one of the biggest honors that we've ever had. And when we came in touch with this lab, which was quite easily, as we could communicate in Ukrainian language, and that was really cool. And I think that was the key to get this whole thing. And this guy, he was not an angry guy. He didn't have a raw meaning with it, or it was not a bad boy actually. But he loved everything what we did with the band. So in the end, we were honored that he has got that he brought a bootleg out, and now he is honored that we release it as a kind of an official bootleg. So both of us are really happy right now. And
did you put his name on the bootleg?
No. No. We the thing is, no, actually not. Maybe we forgot it. We haven't thought about it actually. Well, the thing is, he's going to receive one of these bootlegs. Of course, he's going to receive one of them, and this is. We thought this is a funny story because I never had the idea to bring out a bootleg. That was never on my mind actually to release a bootleg. As you said, it's from the 70s. Bands like Rolling Stones and Iron Maiden, they have lots of bootlegs as well. Between the Iron Maiden, the Iron Maiden fans, they are a circle. We have just loads of bootlegs running around, and these days I can tell that we have our own bootleg as well. And lucky us, it was a real good one. So.
About digital version from your own site from Boy Fans, and he says a pre-order of Sailors of the Sky live in Europe. The moment the album is released, you'll get unlimited streaming via the free Bandcamp app, plus a high-quality download in MP3, FLAC, and more.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. He is absolutely right. So there is just download things. That's so if you order the whole product, you receive your digital kind of things. Okay. But I have to tell you that I'm not one of these guys who live in the digital world. I could work perfectly with guys like Richie Blackmore. These guys who live just in periods with castles and fields and on I'm not one of these guys from the digital kind of thing. So having this interview on internet on the digital highway is just a real experience for me. That's why. So that's why we use acoustic instruments. You know, if you have the acoustic instrument, you can play without any electric kind of thing. Yeah.
And Edwin say, can we expect a big tour with all the singers Made in United have? That would be amazing to see all these guys and girls together. And don't forget Dennis.
Yeah, that would be a massive project. That would be a massive project. Maybe it could be one of these ideas to invite one of these guys back to the 1980 project. Like I said, it's still open, and hey, maybe we can get them back. But you know, the only thing I can say, it's not a promise, but it is actually the idea that all these musicians are coming back and back again, and we had some of these guys who played just a couple of times with us and came back for another couple of shows, and you know, so you know, all these lads, they will come, they will come back, and same for Dennis, you know, and Dennis, he became one of our, you know, he became a real good friend, and it's absolutely a pleasure to play with this lad on stage, as he's a real fantastic guy, Dennis Stratton. And he is my hero, and he will be my hero forever.
Do it. Will be on the front stage. That's it. Joey, it was a pleasure, a very big pleasure. Thank you for this interview. Hope to see Made in United in Tunisia maybe one day. Why not?
I hope so, man. Because we never played your continent. So I've been to Tunisia for a couple of times.
Yeah.
I've been to Tunisia for a couple of times. I think it's a real nice country, and I really do love. I really do love your approach to music. And I love your musicians. Like, I know these musicians from Cartagena, and I know some of other Tunisian musicians who live in France, and absolutely nice guys. So you know, hopefully we can come over to Tunisia. Yeah, that's one day, and it should be absolutely nice to do it. To be really honest.
You know, we don't have many bands in Tunisia, but there are 3 bands with female fronted, you know, Cartagena and Persona and No Ether, you know, 3 bands. So come on, make it in Tunisia, female metal. You can make it in Holland. Come, make it in Tunisia. We make it in the desert, you know.
There you go. We had Cartagena, we had Persona already on the Fem Festival.
Yeah.
So I've met 2 of these lads. So you know, I had two out of 3 bands from Tunisia coming over to the Netherlands. So there is a good chance that we can get over to Tunisia as well with these lads, isn't it?
Yeah.
That should be amazing. Well, that's it. So next time when we fly to Israel, we stop in Tunisia, because every time we're flying over Tunisia to Tel Aviv. But next time we have to stop. We stop in Tunis, and we're gonna play some shows.
Mirath, a great band from
sure thing. Sure thing. And they play the Netherlands as well, I guess. Did they play the Power? Did they play the Power Festival?
I don't know, but they played a lot of times in Netherlands. Yeah. And looking in it, this is Netherlands.
This is Dutch.
Dutch, yeah. Thank you for the interviews, Guy. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joey. It was a real pleasure, and good luck for all these releases. and hope that this situation will come to an end with the vaccine, or I don't know with what, and the concert will come back again, and you can see United on stage.
Yeah, hopefully it's gonna be back to normal real soon, and But hey, Karim, thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for having us, and thanks for all your time and your support to to Made United. But in the end, thanks for your support to all the artists in general. As I think you're doing a real great job with this show on YouTube on ZanZanA. And thanks to I know that I speak for all these artists and bands that that we really appreciate what you guys are doing and to promote live music for everyone. So thank you very much for that.
It was a pleasure. It was an honor. Thank you very much, Joey.
Thank you, Karim. And don't forget to make this phone call with Rod Smallwood.
Yeah. Yes. Made United, support band of Iron Maiden. It had to be done.
Yeah, there you go. I will put when it's there.
Yeah, thank you.
ZanZanA, l'émission métal.